on 104.2 FM in Dungeness, Herne Bay and Folkestone.
And across West Kent on 96.7 FM. This is BBC Radio Kent.
What's your second story, Kay?
Well, it's actually, obviously the watchdog is probing Boris Johnson for his holiday expenses and how it came about, because there seems to be some confusing stories about who actually paid, who set it up and where the money actually came from. And there's obviously very strict guidelines that should be followed. And I think that it's kind of funny, because I'm sure Boris Johnson isn't that bothered about this because he's got so many other things on his plate, but they do seem to dog him. The thing with Jennifer Arcuri, that has still to be investigated. But there
Remind us of that story.
So basically, Jennifer Arcuri, who was in the tech side of sort of tech London business, managed to get herself onto some international trade missions. And there seemed to be some suggestion, and obviously we don't know the truth of this, but there have been TV programmes about it and all the rest of it, that actually it was due to her close connection with Boris Johnson. And there are obviously, films of them interacting at some of these events. And I think it's just really interesting that there's always, you see one story, but there are all these backstories which kind of undermine or don't undermine what's going on. At the end of the day, I'm sure everyone wants Boris Johnson to just do us a really, really good job. But there are these things which suggest that he's less than fastidious about how he runs, politics. And certainly before he became Prime Minister, just a bit kind of, you kind of imagine it, because he's quite relaxed, he's very natural, and he probably doesn't, dot all the I's and cross all the T's. And from my point of view, I sort of think, well, is he going to be found out? My gut feel is that it's not going to make any difference, because people either love Boris or don't, and they'll just accept anything he does.
Call Lembit 0800 756 1111 or text Kent to 81333. Lembit Opik.
BBC Radio Kent.